their link, and it's probably the best source of information on birds in Switzerland. Great organization. They're also a rescue organization. You can take an injured bird there as well. So I always thought about capturing Charlie because I'm worried about someday when we move back to the States, that Charlie, since he's imprinted on humans, what's going to happen to him? He's very, very vulnerable, and I'm afraid something, very easy to poison Charlie, although he's survived up to now, which is just a miracle. But you do see the red kite is on the ground, and he's eating again with the crows. Look at that. Look at that. We also see birds way in the distance, crows, making calls of alarm. You can hear that. They're sending out the signal all over. But this little group, this is our little group that lives right here. They seem to have no problem with this little single red kite. I also got some information from the Vogelwart organization here in Sempach, Switzerland. Said the red kite is the third largest raptor in Switzerland, next to the bearded vulture and the golden eagle. And they are actually the only place in Europe where they're on the increase. Everywhere else in Europe, they are declining in large numbers. And here they seem to be doing well. Or here they're seeking sanctuary because the farmers protect the red kites because they go after the mice and other things living in the field that eat their crops and so forth and so on. And they keep the crows away to a certain extent, and smaller birds. So they actually erect perches all along the perimeters of the fields for the red kites to sit on and to perch and watch the fields. Very interesting. So unlike what Anita said in New Jersey, they rescue hawks, I guess red-tailed hawks, and many of them have gunshot wounds. Some of them have made it, and some of them haven't. In other words, they also hit the tall skyscrapers and hit the reflective glass, and they get knocked unconscious, and some of them can be saved, but many of them have gunshot wounds to them. So I don't know what's happening there in New Jersey, being born and raised in New Jersey, but spent most of my life in California, so I'm kind of a California girl, California mentality, but I don't know what to say. I'm still at heart a Jersey girl, and I just can't. Being raised on a small farm myself, no animals other than stray dogs that we took in, a total of about 5. I grew up with a rather large pack of dogs from the neighborhood. So, yeah, it's I just can't understand it. Who's doing that? Who's shooting those red-tailed hawks? Who's doing that? It's barbaric. It's terrible. So, but I want to thank Anita for that information and pass that on to our YouTubers. If you live in New Jersey or around the Newark area, please, if you see anything like that, please report it to the police or your local agency there that takes care of those types of problems. You see kids here walking with their mother or sister, I'm not sure what that is, but they're making a lot of noise and they scared away the birds. And that was on purpose. You got some really bad kids here who've been taught in school to hate the birds, okay? You don't feed birds and you hate them. And basically, those are the future bird haters and bird poisoners of Kreuzlingen. So, yeah. But anyway, and of course that girl or mother, I'm not sure, did not discipline her kids. And this is how they grow up. Anyway, this is DC Danton Crow Crusader signing off. We lost our red kite, and we lost all of our birds, thanks to the screaming children who did that on purpose, because that's what they learned in school here, right across the street. There you go. So, unfortunately, we have this school across the street, and I've not seen anything good come out of it. So I don't know what to say. In this apartment building here, I could observe the children playing and rather aggressively pushing each other down, spitting on each other, throwing stones and sticks at the crows. Charlie used to inhabit there and walk on the basketball court until he was attacked numerous times by the children over there. And of course they have teachers watching, and the teachers just let them do it. So what do you want me to say? I am not impressed, okay? And that's why we have these adults doing the things they're doing. If they went to that school across the street, then it's totally understandable. The teachers do nothing but teach the children about how to behave with wildlife, to show respect for wildlife, and to help wildlife. In fact, they hang glittery things in the trees over there to annoy and keep away the birds, okay? Because birds are not good. That's the message being sent out to the younger generation here in Kreuzlingen. Don't know if it's all over Switzerland. Can only tell you that's what it is here in Kreuzlingen, Switzerland. Okay, looks like the crows are coming back now that the little demons have walked by. Yeah. Anyway, I don't mean that for everyone's child. I just mean that for those two right there that walked by. But yeah. But don't forget, I was also, and my terminally ill husband was also attacked by the children there in that school. So verbally, and thrown rocks at while feeding the birds. So there you go. Okay, so I don't know. I think I have license to say that. So anyway, the birds took off. They don't feel comfortable on the feeding station. They grabbed something and then they took off. So I'm going to sign off now. I'll be here later in the afternoon. This is DC Danton Crow Crusader, over and out. Have a great Tuesday.